Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody that is here to watch some Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. We are about to get ourselves going in a race between Artemis Dragmire and Procky. I am going to be joined by Corinth on the commentary in just a few moments, and we have Ralph doing our tracking. We are still getting some last-minute preparations done. So anybody that isn't familiar with what Chrono Trigger Jets of Time is, what we can expect to see today is an open world randomizer that starts off with two characters, the Epoch, and 600 AD and 1000 AD unlocked. And they will be traveling through time and through many dungeons to be trying to find the key items necessary for Go mode in order to fight Lavos or to fight Zeal. And we can see that we've already got Marl and Luca as the first two characters. Two of my favorite ones to start off with, and I think that a lot of people really like it. Luca being just a major powerhouse, and Marl having one of the most intense abilities in the game with haste that can make a lot of fights trivial just because you're so incredibly fast. And it looks like we are synced up, and we're going to be seeing some diverging routes immediately, where we see Procky entering into the desert to try and get some free chests. There is going to be at least one encounter he's going to run away from, and this is the one he's starting right now. And what he's going to do is run away, and then he's going to be checking two more chests in here, and then he's going to try and collect as many of the chests in the bottom room below. These chests generally have higher tier items, so it's a good start for finding equipment.
I'll admit, I still don't like the desert play early. This is one of the few teams where it makes a bit of sense, because your initial weapon damage is just so low before you get a tech, but it feels like it's just such a gamble to get anything good. And if you don't get anything good, it's 7 minutes, 5 minutes wasted.
Well, they're not wasting that much time. He's in and out in a minute, in less than a minute.
And I did see a Mega Blast come up, so I mean,
he did get a Mega Blast. Yeah. So, and I didn't see what was that snail stop over on Artemis's side.
Hero's Medal.
You got a hero medal. So that's going to be leading to an immediate another check. He's going to be. See, now Artemis is at the shop, which is a good place to start, but this is difficult to do with this party because Luca and Marl have no damage early. You'll see the second attack and the fourth attack be a guaranteed crit, which definitely helps a lot if you get it on your strongest attacker, but we're still looking at like 30, 40 damage tops.
Oh, he's attacking the wrong person.
He's attacking the hench instead of the Omnichrome. The Omnicrone's going to miss 2 times and then guaranteed kill on the third attack.
The good news is that the Omnicrone and the hench both are completely incapable of killing the second character.
We're saying we can't hear any game sound right now.
All right. Let me see if I can fix that.
And Marl is down using the revive. It's going to be a longer fight here. Can hear it now. It is just low.
All right. I've done the work I can, so hopefully the SpeedGaming crew who's helping with the restream is aware and able to move stuff around.
If nothing else, Core will just sing all the background music for us.
No.
All right, and we have a victory over it, and we see a Mega Blast drop from the shop fight. And we learn Haste is a first ability for Marl, Napalm for Luca. That's actually not too bad of a start.
Yeah, I mean, Haste early is pretty strong. If you get it for a few bosses, particularly if you're having to rely on some weapon damage, it's not bad, but it's not as good as, say, having Ice 2 available.
Yeah. Artemis taking some more fights, and Procky is on a tab hunt right now. He found a speed tab. There's going to be another speed tab inside Medina Village that I'm sure he's going to grab. There's also a magic tab, but you see people skipping that a lot now.
I think the speed tab is still worth grabbing.
100%.
If it was any other type of tab, no. But speed tabs are good.
Especially with the Mara Lucas start. These are two of the slowest characters with base speed of 8. With knowing that a maximum speed is 16, so they're half max speed right now.
Now, I'm seeing Artemis take a different fight than what I'm used to seeing. He's taking an extra fight in the Medina Inn. I don't think I even knew there was a fight there.
Dipwood asking about the Millennial Fair, Melchior. Does have items, but it's not often you see people investing some of their early money into weapons then. A lot of times you're seeing people wanting to buy mid-tonics, ethers, 99 if you're a true genius like me. Shelters, revives, mid-tonics, ethers, heals. Basically your basic support items to start getting your way through the seed.
And that also assumes that you're not wanting to spend 9,900 gold on whatever's at the snail stop. But getting enough revives and shelters to get you through at least the middle of the game, along with enough consumables to get you through probably most of the game, will eat up about 90% of your cash. And a weapon from Melchior, particularly Lucas, is really expensive. Still not as bad as Frogs. Frogs is basically spend all your money, get a weapon for a frog that you probably don't want to use.
We see Proccy heading into the cathedral as his first stop after doing his basic checks around the map for some tabs and items. And he is going in here with the intention of unlocking a third character. Now, if we see Robo here, it is very possible that he will just leave straight from here and not unlock a fourth character, because Marl and Luca are necessary for 2 or 3 key item checks. Frog could also be gating this seed, but it's unlikely because he is gated only if you have a completed Masamune.
All right, see a Chrono trigger picked up from the Carpenter. Why they have a magical reviving egg, I don't know.
And that is good, because that is our first step towards one of the Gomos. And we see a load bow, so we are getting Marl and Luca weapons in this seed.
That's oddly convenient, and that scares me.
And we see Frog. I don't know who was asking for Frog in chat. Dipwood. Dipwood wanted the Frog find. We'll see if Proccy decides to continue, or if he's just going to be happy with his party right here. Looks like he's going in, though.
I would imagine that you're going to keep going in. This party isn't bad, but it's not the best in-game party, and you're still running the risk of Robo being stuck in the castle and needed for progression.
I do like the Frog Boy. In vanilla, he was always in my party, but he is very situational in this iteration of Jets. One of the big benefits that Frog does have is he does have the best single tech heal in the game, ironically called heal, and it's far and away the best AoE heal in the game. That's not dual tech or triple tech or anything like that. He's doing the Nagaet bromide check, getting those pictures in the Nagaets to turn into the dirty old man later for some free tabs. And we see a Berserker put onto the Luca with the Mega Blast, so she is going to be pumping out some real damage here. Artemis is getting his Frog, and we'll be seeing if he's going to continue on. I expect him to be going in just because Robo is kind of iffy. If you don't have access to Marl and Robo, you always have in the back of your mind, am I going to need them for Prison Shard? Am I going to need the desert check today?
I like being able to skip Cathedral, and I've tried to make myself do it with just one of the two, saying that, oh, if I have to come back, at least it'll be super quick clear, but it always feels bad.
It does. it weighs on you too, that you're just like, oh my gosh, did I just mess up my whole race by not doing this? I do like it. If you do get an early gate key, it is fun because you can also make the play to do the dactyl nest right away. Get a very high level character. If you get gate key early on, you can start the seed with a level 15 character.
Get gate key early, you get the high level character. If you go unlock magic, anyone who requires magic to be unlocked will automatically learn their first 3 techs as soon as they learn magic, if they didn't already know them. And that's true no matter when you go, but it's most apparent when you get like gate key at Snail Stop and you buy it and go unlock magic, and all of a sudden Marl and Luca have 3 techs.
Ooh, unfortunate. The chest that Proccy just opened is coded as a higher tier loot because it's farther into the cathedral. Unfortunately, it's a dream gun, and we already have a Mega Blast, so kind of feels bad right there. Proccy working his way up to go and begin his fight with Yakra. He's going to be having a save point. Many of you that are familiar with the speedrunning may know that there is a fade out glitch. One of the flags that we are running today is glitchless, so fade out has been done and save anywhere has been done, or taken out. So there will not be any of those glitches being utilized.
Yeah, no glitch. That also means like I was saying, no unequipped glitch, so you can't get like 80% resist all damage except for fire, equip fire gear, and essentially be immune to everything for the rest of the game.
The rest of the flags that we have on today, we have on normal, we have faster overworld movement, and if you hadn't noticed, in the vanilla, the epoch and the characters do not move this fast in the overworld. It is a wonderful thing, and I actually, I don't know that I can ever go back to slower movement on the overworld.
Yeah, it makes playing vanilla kind of difficult, actually. It feels wrong.
It feels bad at this point. We also have faster cursor movement in menus. We have the charged pendant, which means as soon as we hit future, that pendant will already be ready to go, so we can start opening sealed chests and sealed doors immediately. We have the Zeal flag on, which means Zeal 2 could possibly be a last dungeon, or a last boss fight, excuse me, if we choose to go through Black Omen. And the last one is randomized text, and as many of you may have already noticed, these texts are not in vanilla order.
Randomized text is actually one of the things that oddly makes these seeds a bit more manageable. Most of the stuff we randomize is because it makes things a bit more difficult. The randomized text, though, means you have the probability of getting your flare, your fire 2, some sort of AoE damage earlier. Whereas if you're doing vanilla text, your first 3 texts on every character are single target, mostly non-magical, almost entirely, and just generally kind of lackluster.
You know, going through it, and I've had seeds that I didn't form properly, and I've had vanilla text go on what I thought was randomized, and it felt so bad not having a fire 2 or an ice 2 or any of the second tier spells at any point except for late in the game. And we see Robo, so this could have been the correct play to make in order to do that, because now we have basically every single check unlocked except for Magus' Castle. And that's only going to be if they decide to go through that go mode, so we are in good shape for checking everything.
It makes everyone who went to, I mean, at this point, you go through the cathedral, you get Robo, and you just think, okay, it was worth it. Now, granted, we still don't know what progression is, and we're seeing Proccy do a quick save outside that's going to allow him to check the Xenon Bridge key item And if it turns out to be nothing good, just reset and abort.
Yeah. Dipwood saying the power of buying early weapons. I don't think anybody bought any early weapons. I think these were all found weapons.
Yeah, the weapons Proggy has were found in the desert. Artemis has found his through weapon drops.
Yeah, I don't think we have any purchased item or weapons yet.
And once you learn an offensive tech on Luca, and
Who
Morrow
needs
for that
weapons?
matter, you will never use her auto attack again unless you're facing like Mother Brain and you have to single target, or you find a Wonder Shot.
Wonder Shot. Procky not liking what he's seeing, deciding to save and quit out of there, and he is going to take his business elsewhere. Thank you very much, Xenon Bridge, for nothing. Even if the Robo's ribbon is not good enough, it is an accessory equipable by Robo to give him sight scopes, sunshades, and auto barrier, but it's not going to get you farther in the seed.
I mean, Robo's ribbon's not a bad find, but particularly in a full-on race, I've gotten to where I will reset any Xenon Bridge that is not gate key, pendant, or some form of immediate progression. Even if it's like the Ruby Knife, I will reset and just, I'll come back and do Xenon Bridge once I have the Ruby Knife, or once I need the Ruby Knife.
Picky. And it seems that we are still having some audio issues that we are working to resolve. So just hang in there with us. And again, I'm willing to volunteer Core to sing all the songs. Where's the victory fanfare for Artemis? He just beat Yakra. Ba ba da 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 da.
Well, what's bad is I've been playing Final Fantasy VI today, and I just about broke into the Final Fantasy VI victory fanfare, which would have confused the crap out of everyone.
Procky going to Hecarim Cave. He's going to be clearing it out. These octopuses, or octopi, if you'd like to be grammatically correct, and the bottle right there are going to be giving 25 tech points, which are very good for getting your skills early if you are lacking techs at this point. Artemis is about to discover his Robo, and we'll see if he makes a similar play of throwing in Robo over the Frog Boy. And Terminus Ooze correcting me. It's not octopi, it's octopodes. We have octopodes in Chrono Trigger.
It does look like we are ditching the frog early.
Thanks for nothing, Frog.
Did Robo have some sort of good tech or something? Because other than when Robo has Uzi Punch, I just about prefer Frog over Robo.
We've got the Doom Finger, which at least is
okay. That'll do.
It's not a great weapon, but it's better than a bronze sword.
That's fair.
And we've got, I don't know. I mean, I might take Robo over the Frog at this point too. Oh, we see Flare, so you don't really need the damage. This is going to be a very fast Hecarim fight. Procky not quite getting the bat skip. Walked a little bit too far left.
That is a tricky skip to get consistently, because just a smidge out of place and you're going to trigger the fight. And even with high speed characters, it's hard to run away without getting at least one attack in.
Opting to take more fights. Again, another fight you can avoid by just hugging that outside wall, and you'll just run right by him. Unfortunately, without the charged pendant, we are missing out on 2 items here in the Hecarim Cave, but, maybe this is going to be the right play anyway. Artemis, seeing the Robo's ribbon, is he deciding that's good enough because he's got the Robo? It looks like he's going to take the Venom Bridge, so maybe we're going to see some crazy item drops that are going to be a difference maker in this seed.
Yeah,
we've seen prison specs.
I know a race I was in, it made all the difference because Ozzy was dropping haste helms, and so my opponent had permanent haste helms, and I didn't.
Yeah. It could be a real, like, save you minutes of gameplay just by going through this somewhat longer dungeon if you're a longer bridge fight sequence if you don't have strong attacks. It could still be worth it. Is napalm enough to destroy all three? I don't know. Napalm might be enough to finish off the deceased. Looks like it is.
That's interesting. Because there's two ways to end that fight. You either get rid of all the skeletons, or you attack Ozzy 3 times, or you deal like 1,000 damage to Ozzy.
I'm going to say that if these guys do not swap Frog back, or if Artemis does not swap Frog back in after getting a Brave Sword, he is not wanting to play with an optimal party. That is Frog's best weapon, not named Masamune 2.
I actually prefer the Rune Blade over Brave Sword because what I want Frog for is healing, and the Rune Blade gives you +4 magic.
If we're just talking raw damage.
Yeah, raw damage, Brave Sword is better.
Pure Berserker Frog just going in on him. Brave Sword is the way to go. If you want cute little heals from your Frog Menace, then yeah, take the Rune Blade. All right, we see Procky finishing off the Heckran Cave. He's going to be going to have a chat with Luca's father to see exactly what he's dropping. What's your guess? I'll give you the chance to be the prophet here.
Oh no. Let's see. We haven't found anything else. Thomas Pop.
Thomas Pop. Let's see. Ooh, it's a ruby knife. Feels good for Procky, feels bad for Core being wrong.
It's still no progression.
It's still no progression. We are in no better position than we were before.
We know where stuff is, and that's about it. The hero medal is for sale for 9,900 gold, so that's available. The desert check is available because we have Marl.
Robo.
Yes, Robo. And Dinadoro, no one's done Dinadoro Mountain yet, so...
Dinadoro can be tricky really early.
We've got 3 checks still.
But we have Flare too, so Dinadoro could be the next play. But we have Brave Sword. Well, Procky doesn't have Brave Sword. That could be a difference maker if Artemis is deciding that he can throw in Frog in for Luca. Oh no, Luca has Mega Blast. Maybe you dropped Frog for Robo, just for the fight. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Oh, we see it, the Doom go off. Oh, and the head is what's left. Artemis is going to have a bit of a bad time. That's what skeletons tend to do.
I always follow the same advice for most seeds. You can 2 rules. Kill it with fire and go for the head.
Thor would be proud.
Most things take damage to fire very well, and most bosses, if you kill the head, it's the better choice between the 2.
Yeah, when fighting Zombor, if you kill the legs, the head will sit there and hover and will often go into repeated Doom attacks, which is just AoE laser blasts that does about 90 damage to your party, which early on in the game, that's 3/4 of your health.
We found a gate key on Procky's side, so he is going to be heading straight for Medina Village to go say hello to some people, and then maybe eat some cake. We'll see if he wants some cake. Oh, he wants some cake. It looks delicious. And then he is going to go unlock himself some magic. If he doesn't like his party, maybe he's going to make a play at Dactyl Nest or Reptite Lair, but we are certainly unlocking magic early, which feels fantastic.
Well, we see Chrono was at Frog's Hut, so it's either Ayla or Magus on Dactyl's Nest. The finding Ayla would give the all-girl team, which is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful team composition. And early Magus, if he happens to have Dark Matter early, can be stupidly powerful early.
Proccy opting to go straight back to Medina Village after. I'm not sure what his plan is here. He didn't go unlock magic for his party.
I imagine it's to go use the epic to go back and pick up the Dactyl Nest character. It is about half a second faster to warp back to Medina Village and then use the epic to go through than it is to walk through the valley, but you do give up a chest or two of items.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Ether's making mistake of only buying 39, not 99. We'll see if that bites him in the tush. He is going for Dactyl Nest, though.
I mean, when you've got Flare early, Flare's 20 MP a cast, you're going to burn through a lot of Ethers.
All right, Artemis is just taking a short little nap inside the inn before making some progress. Proccy is going to be going through here. There are some very difficult skips to do. They are pixel perfect. If he's able to do it, he will just slide right past a couple of rubbles or a rubble, and then some enemies you might not think he's skipping, but they appear if you step on the wrong spot of the ladder. We'll see if he's able to get those. Again, they are pixel perfect. One step too far or not far enough, and you don't make it up. Artemis making the Denadoro play here.
Gold earring drops for Proccy. Gold earrings giving you that extra bit of health, which, given this team comp, that it looks like it's going to have at least Luca in it, possibly Luca and Marl. Having that extra HP is going to be really crucial come the in-game fights, particularly if we go against Lavos.
Oh, Proccy's not feeling confident in this. He's having trouble getting the spot. Yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah, if you don't get the first or second try, just go ahead and run into the rock. You've lost your time save. And the entire party is almost dead. Everyone's taking a nap.
Run, Robo, get out of there, you animal.
Although there is no real reason to heal them at this point, because you're not going to be fighting any fights. And after you pick up your Dactyl Nest character, I think you actually get a heal because it is a forced movement off to the world map, which in most cases provides a full heal to your party.
Proccy over 2 on the skips today. Feels bad, man. One of the other things is that a lot of your characters are going to get one shot by those apes anyway, so why heal? Get the runaway. There we go. Yeah, Choco Sir is saying he thinks he had it, and he decided to take one pixel step too far. He went just a little bit, and we see Magus, which, if nothing else, just gives you access to a 50,000 gold item in a free amulet.
Yeah, I mean, finding Magus is probably the lesser of the two characters we could have found, but free gold.
Or Mage Party is also fun.
Yeah, Mage Party is good. He has Fire 2, Lightning 2, and Black Hole, I think.
And the party that he currently has with Marl, Luca, and Robo, those are the 3 slowest characters. So while they have really good synergies with each other, there's a lot of safety in there. It is gonna be a little bit slow team.
Until you find a bunch of speed tabs.
We'll see if that's enough. You could make one character regular speed compared to the other characters, or is it you spread them out and just make them all less terrible?
I think we have in-game sound again, and I think it's in sync now. If someone in chat would let us know, that would be great.
It sounds... I don't think it's in sync.
It's not in sync. No, not in sync.
And we do see the Weevil grind. We do see a Weevil grind happening for Proccy. These guys are able to give you a good amount of experience and tech points, especially if you are still early on in the seed. So this is an excellent spot to do some early grinding, but you don't want to waste too much time here, especially when you've got access to Flare. And we're seeing more Mega Bless. That'll sell. That'll sell. Those Mega Blasts are almost a reason to grind in itself, especially if you're expecting to be finding Go mode soon. If we find a Dreamstone, we are set to go.
Yeah, and I mean the Mega Blast sell for a decent amount of gold. I'm kind of surprised to see Procky. Oh, unlock magic. That's what he's doing. I'm surprised to see him not go ahead and finish the dungeon, but unlock magic.
You realize that those tech points are becoming useless on his characters. Yeah, the audio is not synced up yet. Still trying to solve those issues.
We have top men working on it.
Top men. I never have the confidence to try and do the exact points that you need to on the map like Procky's doing here. I just hug the walls. But he nails it. He knows the exact spot.
It's fairly forgiving. I'd be curious to figure out exactly how much time that saves compared to the risk that it takes.
I'm sure that it might be slightly faster, but in the grand scheme of things for our races, I don't know if that will ever be the difference between victory and defeat.
And meanwhile, on Artemis's screen, your daily reminder that mountains are nice, this is the life. Which also somehow makes you better at magic. I guess you're more zen with yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure it could be a huge deal for traditional speed runs where every second counts and every frame matters if you want to set a PB or the world record on it. But for our instances, it might just be a preference thing, or it just might be what he's used to.
That, or he's headhunting for your world record, Taco.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
I almost hope someday that does fall, and that's the reason why. It's like half a second, and you go back and look, and they did that, and you're like, that's half a second. There's your world record.
Those things, that's essentially meaningless anyway, just because every seed is so different.
Oh, yeah.
I just like to throw that out there just to say that you guys haven't ever had time faster than me. Just saying. And Procky back on the grind now that he has all of his magic techs unlockable. So now he's saying, all right, now these tech points are getting put to use. We see Masamune fight starting. We're seeing that he's using the the Hypno-Wave strat, so if you only hit one of them, they will not counterattack. I don't think he should be casting haste right here, though, because this is going to be reset after you do 1,000 damage, so you're going to have to cast haste again in just a few rounds of attack. They don't have that much HP. Right. Save those haste for the Masamune fight, and even then, you have Flare. You're only 2 or 3 flares from victory.
Yeah, typically haste is worth it if you're going to be in combat for 8 rounds or more, because if the damage Marl would do is significant compared to the total HP, the auto attack is better.
I mean, 92, it's almost 10% of his HP, so...
Yeah. Now, against your Lavoses, your Zeals and such, where you're in combat for 3 minutes, yeah, haste makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Or if you were in a situation where, like, Marl had all the speed belts, and you had another fast character and one slow character, maybe you haste the one slow character to bring their speed in line with everyone else for dual tech purposes.
Hit him with the flare.
More flares. Meanwhile, Procky's going to go dungeon diving.
He found an ether, and he's checking what's down these reptites. Sometimes these green reptites, they drop something special. I don't know if we've seen already if they drop something special, but we are about to find out.
So one nice thing about getting Magus early is it does give you a source of lightning damage to shock dinosaurs, which can be nice. And I saw a magic seal. I don't know if that's off the reptites or off the Megasaur. But if that's off the reptites...
I'm pretty sure it's off the reptites because I think in the Megasaur fight he had on the climb down, he got Jack. So I'm thinking he's about to get another magic seal, which is great for this team. And when you find something else, he's going to be able to sell them for 10,000 gold.
That's, I mean, Mega Blast and Magic Seals for sale. All your money issues are taken care of.
Yeah. I like this play.
All of a sudden, when you find that early and you do that little bit of extra grinding, you kind of hope when you get to Zeal and you find the Super Zeal shop, that in addition to the guaranteed pendant, it's like Prism Specs for sale, Prism Dress for sale, Wonder Shot, Mega Elixirs.
We want it all. We're greedy.
Yeah, I mean, that shop can sometimes have everything a runner would ever want to get through the end boss, and sometimes it's kind of lackluster.
Yes, absolutely. And like Janice is saying, on top of all that, they are very useful right now. We have an all-magic team, and I don't think we have anything better to put on them. And we see Ice 2. He is going to be able to do all the magic damage he wants. I believe Artemis should be finishing up his Masamune fight, and look at that. Man, am I good. He's finishing it up right as I say he's going to. We're about to find out what the play is on Denadoro, and maybe that's going to be a pendant. Could be a big key item right there to make a difference if Go modes are going to be hidden behind that.
Yeah, the sad thing is I think that Ice 2 was on Magus, not Marl, because I didn't see an Antipode 3 tech learned.
Oh, fair point, fair point.
I mean, it's nice to have it because no one's done Desert yet, and Ice 2 would allow you to do Desert more easily. But... Artemis's drop is one
the
pendant. That, I mean, unless Proky finds something else really good here, and like Dreamstone, finding the pendant's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I imagine that Artemis is going to be heading straight towards it. He might do the pendant or the snail stop into Gate Key. He's going for a long walk. Did he lose his? Did he forget the epic? Where is it?
Back at Xenon Bridge.
No, man, he's been walking for a long time. Is he doing the snail stop to go buy the hero medal? Because I believe that led to the Gate Key, was it not?
Yeah, hero medal led to Gate Key, which would mean full access to every check.
Which it also means that if Nizbel is not Dreamstone, Artemis could have just caught right back up and, in fact, have a small lead if he himself does not go to Reptite Lair.
Yeah, I mean, worst feeling right now would be Nizbel is hiding tools, even finding like Jerky or something. Jerky gives you an in-game item by doing a little fetch quest, but still feels terrible when you find out later that, oh, pendant was available.
We're seeing what's happening.
See, Terminus has said he's calling Jerky a Reptite. Moon is saying Dreamstone and Go mode.
Tools. Tools, you fools. I'm just saying tools because I want to keep this race really interesting.
Dipwood is calling for Bent Hilt. Who says you're fools?
All right, somebody ban Terminus.
Okay, Artemis has taken what I've started calling the moon fight, which is fighting one fight here in the area in front of Frog's Hovel, because every once in a while, those little mini frogs will drop things like gold studs. They are actually, for some reason, in the mid to high tier drop table.
And we do see Antipode 3. Now Marl does have a Prism Shard. Ooh, and you have a Marl right away.
You have Marl, so you could go do it.
Oh, what does he do?
I mean, this could be the start of a massive series of fetch quests that results in sadness.
He doesn't have it. He's making the desert play. He's already cleared out the chest. He's already done that. He's got good weapons. Oh, and Artemis is making the play to unlock magic. I hope that he decides not to do... Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Prism is the check. I don't know.
I mean, Prism could be good, but I would definitely go for Future first, if only because it unlocks Son of Sun, which is possibly the fastest check in the game. That's not free.
Hero Medal, come on.
I said that's not free. Oh, okay, I guess you're right. Hero Medal, the check itself is technically free because you go in, you open a chest, and you're done. So, okay, fine. Second fastest check. But also, it gives you access to the sealed chests, which is a dozen or so awesome items. And you can figure out what kind of gear you need to be looking for to be happy coming in game.
The best weapon we've seen for Robo so far is one of them has a Doom Finger. That's as good as I've seen. But we have Mega Blasts, and we've seen Load Bows and Robin Bows. I remember those for that. So I think there's still a decent amount of physical damage.
I'm surprised that Procky would not keep Magus in the party for this fight. Because Magus's base auto attack damage early in the game is actually really good, because he starts at mid-game weapon stat.
And he's faster than Robo. And has better accuracy than Robo.
Yeah. Now, if you had said, oh, I'm swapping in Robo for Marl, okay, I understand. He's a bit tankier. You would still have ice magic with Magus. Or Luca, for that matter, because Luca is an auto attack machine, although she can heal the core if the core gets drained too much.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a full swap out for Robo, and it could be for the experience. But he did quite a bit of grinding with Magus, and he does have dark matter, so I don't know. This will be something we'll have
maybe
to
he
pick
just
his
wanted
brain.
Maybe he just wanted Magus to have dark matter, and now that he has dark matter, Magus can gain XP passively while sitting at the end of time, and Robo now gains tech points towards a tech he may want.
Maybe he's just being passive aggressive and just saying, Magus, you know how you have dark matter? Yeah, I still don't want you.
That would be if you're playing the buddy cop scene and you found a way to still drop him off. Luca almost died, and they got through, and a nice crit from Robo.
All right, finish the core, finish the core. He gets it. Double the experience, get that extra attack points. Power tab, a rune blade, and a barrier for your troubles. Thank you, Retinite.
Yeah, getting that center is very difficult because as the fight goes on, the other two parts will drain energy from the core, which makes it easier to kill. But if they happen to kill the core while you're still doing the fight becomes difficult, to say the least. So typically you'll see people heal the core by hitting it with magic, but if you heal it with magic, it'll run away before you can kill it.
And Procky, the feels bad, just getting lots of shields. Which they can be useful later. I don't want to get shields and treasure chests. I'll buy them if I want them.
Pay no attention to the time paradoxes we've just uncovered. There were 2 Robos on screen. You're about to have Robo interacting with Robo. I mean, time paradoxes are a thing. It's fine. Nothing is going to break.
Silver stud for sale, but that's expensive.
Oh, but it would be so good on Luca right now. Getting a silver stud early, for me, makes a seed.
The jerky, that feels bad.
Because you're not even in the right time period anymore. And by turning in the jerky now, you're probably not going to get the 4 sealed chests that are in the jerky house.
Oh, he's going for it. He wants it. What are we predicted? I'm saying this is a rainbow. I'm saying it's rainbow here.
Oh, that would be so evil with the Chrono locked in Frog's hovel. I'm going to guess it's some sort of hat.
We aren't even going to know. He's just turning in the jerky and then just saying, that's good enough for me. I did my good deed. I don't want the item.
Okay. I mean, now we know that doing Dinadoro is great because it's going to lead to a pendant. And Procky did get the rainbow shell. So, I mean, he does have another check because it would be one thing if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that pendant was behind Dinadoro, which you might be able to ascertain by following the logic, only having 1 check left. You know your next check has to unlock something good. But he's got 2 checks.
Procky is just going to be skipping every single fight he can. He's going to be skipping every single chest that is not immediately in his path. I'd be surprised if he wouldn't grab that chest right up there. He's going to run away and head straight to the bridge. Save that 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, if you come here any later than like your 3rd check, most of the time the gear here is almost useless.
Yeah, you don't want anything here. There's only 2 worthwhile chests at the waterfall, and those are pretty far out of the way. That even that's not usually enough reason to go do it.
Now the real question is someone going to stop long enough to get hit by a rock to pick up the stone? Not here, but on the other side of this.
Yeah, normally you wait till the other side, but we'll see. Procky nailing every single skip.
He's even skipping that chest, because that chest is kind of in line with the easier of the 2 skips.
You slightly have to walk out of the way. It's not worth it.
Yep.
He's not going to get this one over there. We'll see if will he grab the hidden chest up here. He's going to skip the tab. He doesn't care about mountains looking nice.
No. We do see Artemis has made it through Hecarim's cave and has avoided the whirlpool soft lock and is going to get
Ruby Knife.
Now you have a pendant. Go to the future.
He should have the gate key as well, so he's feeling pretty good. He's saying, I got 2 of my 3 items. And we see it is the white rock. We don't have black or blue, which is kind of what we were looking for with the characters we have. Melchior, what you got for us today?
Melchior always says the same thing. But,
not the same weapons.
Oh, are they not actually the same weapons every time?
No.
Oh, see, that I
think he's got a weapon. He's got a weapon for everybody, but I don't think they're ever the same weapons.
I thought it was the same weapons every time.
Nah, he just has the shelter and the revive guaranteed.
Oh.
Because starting with Demon Hit on Frog would be like crazy good all the time.
Yeah, but it's also 18,000 gold, so you literally couldn't afford anything more than like 10 mid-tonics.
Or as many ethers as possible. Come on.
Okay, yeah, you can buy ethers. But then you have no healing.
You deal with text, and you can replenish it with your ethers that you bought. All right. Who are we sending to jail today? Are we sending Marl to jail for stealing her own pendant? He's checking the text. He says, "What do I want? What do I want? What do I want?" He is sending Lucas to jail.
The inventor invented their teleporter not to travel through time, but to steal jewelry.
The greatest heist of all.
Which makes far more sense, really.
Proccy finishing up the fight with Masamune, and he is going to find his pendant, and he is almost certainly going to just be heading straight to 1000 AD, checking in on that that jerky chest, unless he's going to be a jerk about it and not let us know what's in there. And then he's going to be going to jail.
That was terrible.
Why would you ever put someone in prison and leave them with a handgun? I don't understand these guards.
Or anything for that matter. I mean, it's one of those things. In 12,000 BC, they know how to put you in prison right. They took away everything from you and stuck you in a cell. Now, it's not their fault that you had a magically powerful woman from 65 million years ago who just happened to be able to beat up people with her bare hands, but...
You know, you could do Blackbird without Ayla.
Oh yeah, you can. You go Mission Impossible style and sneak through the vents and find your items.
Ooh, the guards are dropping lapises.
Ooh, all of a sudden, taking some of the extra fights sound good, and Artemis is heading...
He's looking for treasure chests. He wants to loot this place completely before he heads out. Plus, these extra guards... Oh, he's not even taking the lapises. He's just knocking them unconscious.
He is going to take the free mid-tonics.
Yeah, there's 4 chests over here. Let's see if we get anything good. Is it worth it? You have Brave Sword and you're not even using it.
I was going to say, it was almost worth it. And, you know, I don't think I knew this fight was here.
Yep, it's on the Chrono. I don't think you can do magic damage to him. It could be another Mega Blast incoming, like our 15th one of the seed.
All right, so Proccy has gone and turned in the Prism Shard by talking to the Sick King. And is forgetting that he's in the wrong time period to get his jerky item.
All right. Remember your guesses. I said rainbow. Oh, Prism Helm.
It was a hat.
Did anyone say Prism Helm?
I said hat.
No, that doesn't count.
Well, there's 2 hats that can drop.
That doesn't even say hat in it. That's a helm.
They're all hat items.
No. Some say hat, like Vigil Hat.
That's fair. I was like, my thought was it's Vigil Hat or Prism Helm, but I did say hat item, so that would have been Vigil
Hat. Don't sell the pendant. Come on. Oh, and we have a free Fritz. Now let's hear it in chat.
Not yet.
Well, okay, he's opening it. We'll see if he frees Fritz. How many of you in chat are on the free Fritz versus the don't free Fritz? We don't have Chrono, so this is not an item thing. This is just a question of your conscience. Do you rescue him because you think he's innocent, or do you know he's about the monstrous things that he's done? Artemis Dragmeyer says he's innocent and lets him free. I don't know if I agree with that.
Artemis is saying, I'm already a con. I need another con. Why don't I free this con so he'll join me? And then he just pieces out and goes back to civilian life.
And Procky is not going to future. He is doing the Prism Shard quest first.
That's
Thank you,
interesting.
Chokosura. Chokosura, my man, you are with me 100% of the way.
I mean, Procky is one item away from go mode. If he finds the Dreamstone, he doesn't need the future.
Well, that's the point of the game, is that we all want a future, though. We do need the future.
The future refuses to change.
Angworld, get out of here. I don't want to hear that save Fritz stuff.
Say Fritz, but only if you have another redhead.
I will not do it, even if I have Chrono. I don't want my 10 free ethers. I don't want no handouts. So the interesting part with this, in all seriousness, the Prism Shard quest is Marl required. We are going to be able to get some high tier loot from the chest down here in the basement, and it could be the play to make go mode. Yakra 13 or 15 or whatever generation this is, he can be a little bit of a tougher fight. He does cast Chaos right away, so one of your characters is going to be Chaosed unless you have a status protection on that character. I mean, it does have a potential party wiping thing on a low HP party. However, you have Robo kind of for safety, just to be a tank and make sure you survive the fight.
Yeah,
So why
Procky does have an amulet, so he could get a little bit of status protection.
So we see Terminus asking, why is this loot high tier anyway? The harder it is, or the more steps that are required to get to an item, the more likely it is that your loot is going to be good. So, for example, Denadoro Mountain has a lot of chests, but they're all mostly easily accessible. You can access them right away in the game. Low tier. However, to get to these treasure chests, you have to have Marl, you have to have the Prism Shard. Those two key items could require a number of dungeons to get to, so you kind of have to dig for it, and then you get rewarded with high tier loot. So the harder it is to get there, the better your items can be.
And I did see the item that dropped was a Thomas Pop, which just means more fetch quest.
We see Artemis in the future. We're going to start opening some sealed doors. As mentioned, with the pendant flag on, we automatically get it charged. So we see full ether, mid ether, sight cap. Nothing good.
The sight cap's not bad.
It's not good. It's better than Ceratopper, but it's... I would be disappointed if I entered a seed with sight cap.
Well, considering I ended a seed recently where Luca was still wearing a hide helmet, I'll take any hat.
Nope. Nothing else to say to that, just nope.
All right, so getting more checks while Procky is getting ready to fight Yakra the 13th. For those of you who like math issues, if you take, you assume Yakra the First was the one you fought in 600 AD. You extrapolate to year 1000 AD, you end up with Yakra the 13th. If you extrapolate all the way to 2300 AD, if there was a Yakra there, it would be Yakra the 42nd, which means Yakra is the meaning to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh. It's a good thing we end the line here.
I've always wondered if maybe, like, was it King Crawley or whatever, is secretly a Yakra descendant and he doesn't know it.
So far, we have not found anything good in the shops or anything particularly impressive from the sealed chests. Maybe Aristome is going to have something for us. We know that Ayla is in the Protodome. Doesn't seem to be good enough chance. Artemis doesn't know that. He knows that it could be Ayla or it could be Magus. But he's happy with this part. He's not changing it. Ooh, a Kaiser arm.
Oh, no. If you're going to buy ethers, buy more than 10.
99.
I mean, he is kind of okay. No, he's not short on gold anymore. I was gonna say he's kind of short on gold. I can understand not buying 99. Now he's got plenty of gold. Go buy all your ethers.
No, it's always 99.
Not if you can't afford all 99.
You sell until you get there. Yakra was new all along.
I mean, you have that one guy in Zeal who is studying the new and says, "Was all life begins with new, all life ends with new. This is the truth."
We haven't had any new sightings today, have we?
I don't think so.
That's a little bit disappointing. We got some item changes. We're throwing some speed belts on to make Marl a little bit faster. I mean, speed is one of the most important statistics in this game. The faster your characters are, the better. And we look like Marl is going to prison.
No.
Oh,
Proggy has aborted. Proggy is going to follow the chain.
he is following the chain. And what did we get from the... What did we get from...
For Proggy, it was the...
Oh, it was the Thomas Pop. Thomas Pop. That's right. That's what we're doing right now.
He's following the chain.
Come on, Taco. Get it together.
And Artemis says, we are using Antipode 3 and nuking... What?
He's not using Antipode 3. In fact, he has a Berserker on Luca, looks like. Did I see a red face?
I hope not.
Maybe not. I thought her face was red. Maybe it's just the filter on his stream.
Maybe so. Now, the deal with Antipode, or the deal with the Guardian in general, he is immune to fire magic. And if you use any AoE attack, you have to be sure it's going to do 500 damage to kill the small bits. Antipode 3 would do 500 damage and would save you time.
It's also dark damage, so it would do damage to the center bit as well. So
exactly.
There's only benefit.
Why you wouldn't do Antipode 3.
There's only benefit to Antipode 3. He sees it. He saw his Antipode 3. He says, "Oh, maybe that's what I need to do."
Nope. Auto attacking with Luca. Mainly because I think they decided they wanted the AoE heal because you had two characters in flashing health.
Antipode. No, stop it! Antipode 3!
Stop auto attacking! Now, I mean, yes, we did just recently find out that technically dual attacks do apply a speed penalty to one character, usually Luca. But it's Antipode 3. It does enough damage. It's worth it. Nuke the crap out of it.
Yeah, this is one of the few spots where killing it with fire is not a viable strategy.
Validation Cap falls through the hole.
So he is not going to have any problems with this fight regardless. He's going to get through Guardian just fine. Just a little bit slower than it could have been. Procky skipping the extra chests.
Skipping all the chests. That's...
He's saying, I don't care what's in here. Leave me alone.
All I want is my Dreamstone.
He's going through all this just to get tools.
Oh, probably.
And I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Skipping the power tabs. Artemis is catching the rat. Is he gonna get it? Oh,
yeah,
he got it.
His rat.
Easy every time. Wonder if he would have gotten the Rakshas if he didn't have Antipode 3. You know, if you have this team, if you're using Magus and you've got a chance at like Dark Eternal or you've got a chance at Omega Flare, like I say, just check the rocks. You know, it's so good.
Omega Flare needs to go down a fire.
I think it was your race versus Moon Blizzard that you were ahead until Lavos, but he found Omega Flare.
Every freaking rock.
He found Omega Flare, and then he was one-shotting bosses while you were really like having a little bit of struggles with them.
Yeah.
Nerf
Omega Flare. New patch. Nerf Omega Flare.
Well, I think that was the double prism spec seed, so he was doing 2 prism specs on Omega Flare.
Yeah, no, he was doing about 6,000 damage a shot.
That was bananas. Ooh, a Mega Elixir
Ooh,
drop from
nice
Procky.
Mega.
Very quick
And
fight from
a
the
fairly easy
Reno.
fight. If you have Anipod 3, it's an easy fight. And Mega Elixir dropping for Artemis in the sealed chests.
2 elixirs and Mega Elixirs, so no good equipment, but... Oh, we see prism specs. Where'd he get those?
Tools! It is the tools! The prophet has spoken!
He did all that for tools!
Oh, poor Procky.
Artemis has a huge lead as long as he doesn't do... Oh my god, wait a minute. What if the Dreamstone is on Mount Woe and the clone is behind the Moonstone? So both Go modes are still going to be locked behind that stuff.
Oh, that could be true. No, but I mean, if Moonstone is blocking one of them, then Procky has a bit of an advantage because he's already done the trial. He could just run in and drop it off.
Oh, I love this seed. All right, we're seeing Go mode prediction for Artemis.
I'm thinking Bit Hill. I'm wondering if maybe we're not gonna find like Son of Sun dropping the bent blade to give you the Masamune to go through Magus's castle.
Ooh, there is an early frog, so Magus Castle is always kind of like in the back of my mind if I see frog right away. And he did send Marl to prison for stealing her own necklace.
She does such a good job of disguising the fact that she's a princess, they arrest her for stealing her own stuff.
Something has to be in Genodome.
Yeah, so if we're looking at logic, we know that the Reptite layer leads to Prism Shard to Thomas Pop the Tool, so that whole sequence is dead. So the remaining dungeons
are gonna have Bent Sword,
Dreamstone, Sunstone, or Moonstone, and that's it. Because those are the only 3 checks left that we don't know.
Oh no, Artemis, no! Don't go down this rabbit hole. It will only lead to pain.
I mean, that means either Son of Sun or Genodome has a Go mode item, although it may be Go mode through Magus.
It could be Bent Sword, which would be the least ideal with running out of checks. I'm betting that neither one of them would want to do Magus's Castle if they find it this late.
I'm generally a fan of, if I get a Go mode, go that Go mode. With the exception being if I have access and have not done Son of Sun, because Son of Sun is so quick.
Yep. Can't argue that. Artemis taking some fights here to get some chests.
And we saw some good items down here. All the magic seals, all the mega blasts.
Yeah.
Now, what would have been very interesting is if Artemis had done Son of Sun, and it turns out it holds the Moonstone, and that Moonstone was hiding your Dreamstone or something, because that means that both of them need to go down a long chain of things to get there.
Yes. I'm very concerned that Artemis is about to go down the rabbit hole.
And chat's pointing out, Procky did find like 2 red mails, and I think has a ruby vest as well. So, I mean, he could go straight to Son of Sun, which has a chance of being the go mode item because we know Eris Dome only has a broken sword piece.
It also has a prism specs in there. I'm pretty sure that's where Artemis got his.
I missed the prism specs, but yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Janice confirming that it was they were in the sealed room in the Eris Dome. It was prism specs elixir, mega elixir.
What a room.
That's a quality room. All right, we'll see what Procky does. I imagine he's going to do sealed door in this dome, and then he's gonna go down to the dome below and get those chests and just feel disappointment from all the ethers, and then he's gonna decide between Eris Dome and Son of Sun, but with the red mails and the ruby vest, I'm betting he might do the Son of Sun check.
So Procky's remaining checks: Eris Dome, Son of Sun, Geno Dome, and
There it
Montclair.
is. And he's not even checking the other the sealed door. He's just going straight for it. He says, "This is the route I'm going."
All right, so one of the tricks with the Son of Sun fight, for those of you who may be new to the randomizer, is that before he does the first roulette shuffle, you cannot land a positive hit.
Oh,
And the Procky first turns it. And Artemis has picked up the Prism Shard and may start the long, disappointing chain of events.
So he's on good pace to get all 10 hits necessary to finish Son of Sun before it roulette shuffles the second time. It's always very possible when you get the flame guessed correctly on the first try.
Yeah, the only thing I think would stop him is if the little Shadow Beam attack from the orb hit Magus. And
he's got blackmail.
Never mind.
10 hits.
That's easy. I was wondering why he was putting blackmail on Magus, but that would be why.
He saw it in the future. He knew he was going to get hit by that Shadow Beam. All right, Artemis did not go down the rabbit hole.
Oh, good. We might have a race still then.
But he is not waiting for the first roulette shuffle.
This is one of the few places where I will use haste early. It's like during that first phase before the first roulette shuffle, you can throw on haste and maybe make it a little bit faster.
If we see the clone here, we might see Procky go pick up Ayla just for Zeal. Because this is not a very good Zeal 2 team. It's great for the mutants. It is not good for Zeal.
We have a clone.
It is the clone. We're in go mode.
Look at the prophet speaks again.
Now let's see if he's going to go pick up Ayla or if he's just going to stick with that. Maybe he likes the Robo play.
It looks like he is looking
Oh
for
my
a person.
gosh. He is going to swap. He is going to kick Magus out. See ya later.
Bye, Magus.
I want the girl team. Artemis having a little bit of trouble finding the correct flame.
Yeah, we just hope, well, Procky at least is hoping, triple kick is one of Ayla's first techs.
Even if it's not, you got a lot of dungeon coming up to get it unlocked. Where was the trigger? The trigger was in the carpenter.
Trigger was the tool. Yeah,
was the carpenter
tools check? Carpenter check.
Yeah.
Clone was Son of Sun.
Everybody getting rickrolled right now.
I can't decide whether they did that intentionally or not, because it's too good to be true for them to have done it intentionally coming from Japan before memes were even really memes. But darn if it doesn't fit.
If anyone hasn't heard it or doesn't know what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor and do Never Gonna Give You Up mixed with Robo's theme on YouTube. And we see the Epoch getting named to the Tupac. Love it every time.
Ayla starts with triple kick. I missed that.
And there's the Magus out for Ayla. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Artemis still in this fight with Son of Sun. It has been kind of giving him the biz here. Unlucky checks and finding it. He is on the correct flame. I'm not sure what number hit he's on right now, but I would hope that he is going to be done soon so that he is going to head straight to Gino. I don't expect, or not Gino, to Death Peak. I don't think he is going to check for Ayla because he doesn't know that it's Ayla there.
Robo is not bad. Having Marl, Luca, Robo is a good team for Zeal.
Fire Tackle 2 is amazing on the face with hastes and support from Marl. It is not the most, not the highest damage. Triple kick, Blaze kick does more, but you know it's still very good.
It is certainly good enough in most cases. And you have the option of doing Anipo 2 plus Uzi Punch, or Anipo 2 plus AoE Heal. Something to, I mean, that's one thing the all-girl team does not have is a convenient AoE heal to keep you topped off. Although we found a couple of Mega Elixirs. I think both runners have at least one. So AoE heal's not quite as important as it can be sometimes.
Pracky doing a little bit of shopping before he heads up Death Peak. I'm not sure what he feels short on. Maybe he's looking for shelters, or he's finally feeling the urge to have 99 ethers.
Yeah, it's got to be ethers, because if you need shelters or revives, you just go to...
Nope, wasn't ethers.
Okay.
They were right there.
Could
what
be
is he looking? Oh, wait.
Heals?
Oh, no. What is he doing? What is that guy doing? Oh, Artemis realizing he hasn't gone and talked to Balthazar.
Oops.
Balthazar's new. So,
All right, I missed what he bought.
I wasn't paying attention either, if I'm being brutally
honest.
honest.
I had swapped over, looking over at Artemis. All that for a tab invest. So for +2 speed on Luca.
That will be useful. Don't go to Geno Dome. Come on.
No, Procky just got lost.
He's got sitting on 4 speed tabs. That maniac.
I mean, I sit on most of my tabs until I know what my final party is, but not speed tabs. Speed tabs go to Luca.
Luca, if Luca's in your party, she's in your final party.
Yeah, exactly.
The swag power tab. Is he gonna make it to the tree?
And Dipwood is correct. You want Luca to be the highest speed character in your party because it allows you to A-spam through all of Black Omen, which saves you about 5 minutes, as opposed to having her go second, having to menu over to her, possibly take an attack. It's about a 5-minute save if you can literally just spam A the entire time.
Yeah, these guys are coming into Death Peak at the same time, so it's gonna be coming down. This whole race is gonna come down to their ability to get through Death Peak and Black Omen as quickly as possible. And Procky is already off to a much better start. We've seen Artemis get blown off the mountain a couple of times already.
Yeah, it's easy to get blown off at the second tree because if you run at the tree, it will force you around the tree. If you walk at the tree, obviously it doesn't because the wind keeps you from moving. But
oh, he had to skip around, but he was trying to
He was trying to go
greeting
for the
the
chest, I think.
He's greeting for it. He found another amulet. Not the most useful thing on the Black Omen route. The second
Stud.
The second Terra fight or second Mutant fight does have a chance, does do obstacle to cast a status effect that can be pretty devastating to go through. But it is only a 5,000 HP boss, and with Antipode 3 being available, I don't know that it's going to even have a chance to obstacle.
Procky getting a fight with the Crackers to save a bit of, or to get a few tech points. Some good experience in this fight if you can get 6 on the screen.
Oh yeah, over 2,000 experience points. I think he's got 6.
Yeah, I heard 6.
I heard 6 things, so 1,500. All right. I don't know my experiences.
But they got your Blaze Kick.
But we got Blaze Kick, which is going to be amazing.
And that's the thing.
Lava spawn.
Procky almost was able to skip every fight in this area. So even though we knew Ayla had triple kick, you have to take a fight to learn your double techs. So if you're going to take a fight to learn Blaze Kick, might as well be the one that gives you the most XP.
He's skipping the save point and the treasure chest, but to the south there. He's going to really feel bad when we find out that that's a Prism Specs. Blaze Kick, I'm guessing.
No, Blaze Kick. I think Procky actually feels behind because he did that long chain quest and got tools for it. So I think he feels pressured for time. I didn't see him equip the silver stud he found on anyone. Having a silver stud on Ayla for this fight, or actually for any fight going forward, is huge. Just because it saves that 20 MP cost and turns into something more manageable. It's on Luca, which is great for casting Antipode 3.
Yeah, he's going from 8 MP to 4 MP, but the MP sync is going to be into Ayla. My Inner League of Legends was coming out by saying the mana sync.
Oh, no rifts here. There is a jungle.
There is a jungle. I skipped that too. All right, let's see. We're going to be starting a long, beautiful sequence to, instead of summoning our dear friend Chrono from the dead, we are instead summoning the Black Omen.
Spoiler alert.
My guess is Procky is going to do one last shop, maybe go to 1,000 AD, head to the fair and get some revives, shelters, ethers, anything he feels he might need before he boards the Black Omen in 1,000 AD or 600 AD. Probably not 600 AD because there is some known lag that slows down the game in between. And Keat Ketchum, I am so sorry to spoil this game for you. Yes, Chrono dies.
It's 26 years. I think the spoilers was... Spoiler tags are expired.
All right.
What was that?
I have no idea what happened on Artemis's side.
Artemis somehow learned Illuminaire.
What?
I don't know what all that code junk was, but somehow Artemis learned Illuminaire.
All right.
You know, I would kind of love to see Robo cast Luminaire all of a sudden. It's not Robo, it's Magus Robo from Magus's Castle, because that's his final attack in Magus's Castle. All right, so we did not see Procky do any extra. Oh no, he's still looking about shopping. He needs to go pet the validation cat.
He better. I never pet the validation cat though.
Oh no, no validation cat. Procky loses.
Well, I don't. Did Artemis do it?
Not yet. But...
So he didn't lose yet if neither one of them does it.
Both of them lose.
Oh, we just kick them both out of the tournament?
You just kick them. You just kick them both out, and you go on.
Maybe we just kick them both out of the Discord.
Sprocket makes it through what I think is one of the scariest fights in the game, because if you don't have a high-speed AoE damaging character, like you don't have a high-speed Luca or Magus, that door can just decide, no, you're not going to progress through the game. The end. Because it can self-destruct all 6 orbs, or 5 of the 6 orbs, and you'll take 1,000+ damage, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh yeah, it is ended runs for me. Especially because I forgot to save before I boarded it, and then I had to do all of Death Peak over again.
Ooh!
And then I just said, like, you know what, I quit.
But instead, Procky is going to be spamming not Flare. He just hit Fire 2, and Fire 2 does not do enough damage. That will change, I'm fairly certain. I believe it will become Flare now. Unless he's short on ethers because he didn't buy 99 of them and is having to conserve MP.
It's the 99 ether problem. If you get 99 ethers, MP's not a problem. I was gonna make a better joke or reference there, but I'm not clever enough.
99. I have 99 problems, but MP isn't one of them.
I got 99 ethers, but MP's not one of my problems. See, it doesn't work. God,
it's so close.
It's so close to working. Somebody make it work.
Man, Procky is just bum rushing through Black Omen. Is like, toss out Flare, toss out Flare, toss out Flare. He doesn't have enough mana for Flare if she doesn't have. Oh, he had 99 ethers. He's down to 97 now.
Oh my! There we go, Procky. Thank goodness someone understands the power of the 99 ethers. And yet, Ridley, we got the 99 problems, but MP ain't one. It doesn't reference the ethers. That's what I was all trying to work it together. I wanted the ethers, the 99, and no problems. Well, just that's not being one of the problems. All right. Procky around the first eye. Can't doesn't get around the second eye. I don't know if you can dodge this eye.
Yeah, the first and second eyes are dodgeable. The third one is not. And Robo being lit on fire and ramming himself into a large needle-like object to save the world. Oh, Procky's actually going to take a fight against the eyeballs just to see what they're dropping, I guess. Because he doesn't need the tech points.
Maybe he just wants to assert dominance over them, saying, you know what, you pick a fight with me, I'm not going to run.
I don't know if he's going to get a kill, though.
I got 99 ethers, so my MP ain't one. I love it. That is...
Counterfeit Saint, you win. Congratulations. Have an internet cookie.
Did we what was the drop from it? I got
he didn't drop. He wasn't able to get a kill on a sidekick.
Ah. All right, finish him off.
You gotta have 500 damage to get a kill.
Oh, that's so
3
close.
hits.
Oh no! Don't do this. Not like this.
All right, that's a kill. We will see the drop now.
Oh, we're gonna get
a chance for a second one. Nope. Oh no, Kayla actually got a hit. Well, there's a lot of experience in tech points.
It's still nothing.
It got cube toss learned. That's actually not bad.
He's gonna run all the way on the outside of that mutant. Oh, he still triggered the fight. That feels bad. He must have misstepped somewhere in there because he would look like he was on track to skip that fight.
Yeah, I've had trouble with this skip, and Moon seems to get it consistently. He's got a video out there that's showing it, and I have yet to figure out what I'm doing wrong, but obviously it's something.
I just run around it. It seems to work. I usually get it. So I just stick to. I mean, I just stick more to the outside wall. It's just a one of the rule of thumbs for skipping fights is if you're not sure, try hugging the wall.
Yeah. Jewelspot asking, is this the SNES version? It is the SNES version that is the base version, but it is a randomizer, so it's not the SNES version as you know it. But it is not based on the Steam DS version where you've got like changed tech names, changed item names, and generally
No new dungeons.
Stuff. No new dungeons, no cutscenes.
No weapon stronger than the rainbow. That is one of the biggest crimes that they did. The rainbow should always be the ultimate.
I didn't realize they added a new weapon that was better than rainbow.
Yeah, it's called like the Dream Eater or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called, but there's definitely a weapon that's stronger than the rainbow. Oh, and we don't get any elevator fight skips right now. And it triggered early, so I'm worried we're going to see a 3-fighter here. Yeah, 90% crit.
Okay. I'm disappointed. I like the rainbow. I always thought the rainbow was the coolest weapon. It looked cool when it crit because it had the nice sweeping motion. I was a big fan.
We're at 2. Dream Seeker. Yeah, not Dream Eaters, Dream Seeker. I never actually played the Steam version, so I was just going off what I remembered someone telling me once. That's kind of a cool name though, Dream Seeker. I dig that. I can get behind that. All right, is this the 3-fighter like I predicted? Nope, it was just a 2-fighter.
Now, unfortunately, the elevator fights are completely random, even within the same seat. So there's no guarantee that everyone gets the same number of fights. It's one of the few things that we've not been able to equalize.
Proccy, if you didn't know this, that there were fights, you wouldn't realize just how many fights he's actually skipped. Right here, that one is also skippably triggered, but he probably skipped over 4 or 5 different fights right there.
Yeah, there's like 4 different
seamless.
eyeball fights there.
Seamless fights. Artemis finishing up his shopping. He's just now turning in the Naga bromide he got at the very beginning.
Part of me has wondered if if the sequence of items takes me to not turn it in early, Wonder Shot drop, is it worth turning in late? How late is it when a speed tab is no longer worth it?
Oh my gosh, there's a rainbow. We don't have Chrono though, it feels bad. We got the Wonder Shot, we got elixirs, we got a prism dress, we got a lot of good stuff here.
I didn't see what all else was available. He didn't buy too much. He just bought some hyper.
Because there's like moon armors, but if you're doing all-girl team, you can't wear moon armor.
Yeah.
So it was a very good shop, but not for this party.
And I see that Proccy has a prism dress, and he isn't wearing it.
He definitely won't be wearing it for the final boss fight. He's going to be equipping those blackmails, but if he doesn't have more than one, the prism dress will be going on then.
Oh, we do see that. Proccy is so sad. Mega Bomb does 1,486 damage. He was off by 14 damage.
There's the prism spec difference. We see Artemis entering in, but he does not have a character fast enough, so his party is getting hurt. Okay, we got an aura going. Or a beam going.
Wait, are Marl and Robo actually faster than Luca?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that feels wrong.
Oh, Proccy. Can't dodge the shields.
Luca no longer has a Prism Shard on, or not Prism Shard, Silver Stud, and doesn't have enough mana to cast Fire 2.
This is the best dungeon music.
I'm partial to Ocean Palace.
Nope. Procky doesn't even.
Wow!
Ow! That was
that's
smooth.
sick, Procky.
That
And he got a gold stud too,
smooth.
but that was so nice.
Like I've gotten that before, but I had to wait for those guys. Like he just ran straight in, says, "I don't care, fight me, I dare you." Oh.
Someone,
I need to sit down after that.
I mean, that's right. Someone buy Procky a copy of Frogger.
Blue mail can be useful if your Zeal fight's going to be going on for a while. Eyeball's cooperating today.
That's nice.
The way this is going, I'm thinking that these guys are going to be finishing within just minutes of each other. Maybe within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Procky's
Zeal is not as much of an equalizer as Lavos is.
Yeah.
But if Zeal feels a bit frisky, she can still say, no, you're not winning.
The equipment is not 100%, but we have seen a lot of Mega Elixirs. So we could actually be seeing Antipode 3s with triple kicks to fight Zeal and just throwing Mega Elixirs on every other round.
What are the levels of the characters? Good question. I haven't looked. I've not paid attention to levels. Probably in the low 30s, given how many extra dungeons Procky did.
I'm going to say 28. Oh, man.
Wow. Magus is getting in for a fight, and he is level 28.
I think Luca was the highest at 29.
Yeah. Typically, the run, regardless of which route you go, ends somewhere around level 31, 32. Barring, like, you have to go through Magus's castle and take a whole bunch of extra fights, and then you end up at, like, level 35.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the more experienced runners are comfortable with fighting Lavos, usually low 30s at like highest. Yeah. I know if I get to level 35, I'm saying that Lavos or Zeal fight is like free.
Yeah.
Level 30, 32, between 30 and 32, it's tricky, but definitely doable. I think the lowest that I've ever fought Lavos at was like level 28.
Yeah, Omen is definitely more forgiving level-wise, partially because it's so forgiving equipment-wise. If you have the right equipment, you can fight Zeal at like level 27 and not blink an eye. Because you can absorb 3/4 of the attacks that come out.
Yeah, there is not very good itemization against Lavos. It's mostly, can you outspeed and outdamage him?
Yeah. Now, I have done a single level 29 Lavos fight. That was not fun. That said, the Giga Mutant and the Giga Mutant, the one that Procky is currently fighting, this is, I think, the hardest boss in the game. Particularly if you get here even just a level or two earlier. Shining Bit Lightning can one-shot anyone with no lightning protection. The little shuriken that gets thrown out can one-shot any of the girls if they don't have a gold stud or a shield. He only takes damage from magic, and anytime you hit him with magic, he drains your MP, so you can't do magic. So if you don't have a stud, it's kind of annoying. It just can make for a very messy fight, and probably just makes it look easy.
He's got the DPS. Not going for the save, just continuing forward.
Yeah, you do get a save point before the next big threat. Although, if you don't go save and shelter, you might run into an issue if you ran out of mana and then you get 3 fights here.
He's got the silver stud, though, so it should be all right.
Oh, and Magus apparently has the gold stud on right now. Because I saw Dark Matter for 5 MP.
Oh, yeah. You can't cast Dark Matter on these guys because they'll just absorb, or not absorb, but just basically negate all the shadow damage. Fire and Ice are the way to go. I don't think that those guys absorb. Ruminators take damage, but I think it's only like 40 or 50 damage. Yeah, it's a super low amount of damage from Shadow. It's not absorbed, though.
Now I see Artemis is fighting the Metal Mutes, and Marl is just the focus of every attack, but oddly to say, luckily it's only Shining Bit and not the life drain attacks, because that can sometimes do upwards of 400 damage.
They might absorb lightning, the Ruminators, to just continue that in chat. Yeah, those Metal Mutants, they are... I hate those guys so much.
They died of flare, though.
Speedy Cipri by Run asking how close are they? They are within minutes of each other. They are in Goth and Go mode. They are both in the same dungeon. They are both probably within 5 minutes or so of each other. Procky's slowly getting farther ahead, though, because he's been hitting more skips.
Yeah, getting all of the skips in Black Omen really does make Black Omen fast. For the longest time, we all kind of said, oh, Black Omen and Ocean Palace, roughly the same amount of time. But we found enough skips now on Black Omen. Black Omen's just faster. I don't know that it's faster enough that it's worth hunting for a second go mode if you get one of them, but
they're still pretty close, but I'd say that Black Omen is just much more consistent at this point, too.
It is.
Lavos is way more unpredictable.
Boomerangs are evil.
They've done one... Procky has done Giga Mutant and is about to start his Terra Mutant fight. Artemis is on his way to Giga Mutant. Yeah, this should be the room for Terra Mutant, which is a very easy fight until it's not, because if you can get that 5,000 damage off right away, it's one of the fastest boss fights in the game. Potentially one of the only ones that you can one-shot late in the game. However, it heals up so much if you just can't keep up with it. If you get an obstacle where you don't have status protection and it casts Stop or Sleep or Confuse on your whole party, it can be disastrous. This is the seed for elixirs, though. Look at his elixir count.
I missed it.
I think I saw 9 elixirs, and he hasn't bought any.
My goodness.
And I've seen at least 3 mega elixir pickups.
Also, I think they mixed up the order of the mutants when they did this. Terra Mutant should be the first mutant, Giga Mutant the second. The Terra Mutant fight is so much easier.
9 elixirs and 2 to 3 megas. Yeah, what an insane amount of elixirs.
I mean, maybe we will see Edipo 3s on Zeal. It's risky because if she does the Life Shaper and then gets an attack off before you get one of the mega elixirs off, you can lose someone. But
400 damage away from one cycling the Terra Mutant. All right. No whammies.
It's slow, but only one person has it. Not that it matters because it's dead.
Just now he entered in too many abilities. You're just wasting time getting this heal off. And then Now then it's gonna die.
Oh, look, here's 10,000 gold that you'll never use.
It's just a tease at this point.
Even in the vanilla game, I mean, how many people go shopping after fighting Zeal and get to Lavos and then don't just go straight to fighting Lavos, I wonder?
I don't know.
Who's saying, yeah, you could, in theory, do Black Omen 3 times. That's fair.
And Procky not even wanting to check the rocks. He does not care at all what's in the rocks because he's all girl power right now.
You know, Mega Elixirs will show up in the pool.
They are expensive. They are expensive.
50,000 a piece, I think.
50,000. Prism specs are 60 or 65. All right, final Lavos spawn. We're gonna see some blaze kicks. I think this lava spawn has about 10,000 HP. So
4 turns.
About 4 turns to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, getting a haste on Luca's not bad. I half expect to see a Mega Elixir get used here.
Artemis found his Wonder Shot and he says, this is going on immediately. I don't even care what's in the other chests first. I'm equipping it before I forget. He's at the new shop where he's going to see his rainbow and just have dreams of Chrono.
Luca might die.
Nah, she can be fine. 10 HP. 20 HP. Use a Mega Elixir.
There's the Mega Elixir.
You got Megas to spare. Triple kick it. Rainbow 65. That's where I was at. Moon Armor 61, but we don't have.
No,
he's using Robo. He's using Robo.
Yeah, Artemis can use it on Robo.
This should be the end of the Lavos spawn fight. And any good drops? Vedic Blade Lapis? Okay.
Lapis isn't bad. Oh, look, Luca learned how to start a fire.
she finally figured out how to rub 2 sticks together. All right. We're going to fight these panels, get our final save point, and then we are in for the final Zeal fight, which will be the final boss for this seed. Core, what can we expect for the Zeal fights?
So the way the Zeal fight works is the first 2 phases. The first phase is against Zeal 1. She'll start off by casting a Halitation, which will drop your HP to 1. If you do enough damage, and I think the number is 5,000 damage.
It is 5,000.
Her second attack will be a second Halitation, which will effectively do nothing. And then another 5,000 damage will end that fight. Then you'll go into a fight against the Magma Machine, which, if you do a 10,000 damage fast enough, will do literally nothing.
He's 5,000 as well.
It's only 5,000 to get the kill?
Only 5,000.
Okay. Even easier then. And then Zeal 2, you hit the head, you ignore the hands, unless you just want to spam Mega Elixirs, and try to get in about 20,000 damage or so. While she pounds you with Skygate Lightning, some dark magic lasers, shadow gear, hexagon mist, another halitation.
Proccy taking advantage of the 1 HP Ayla to do a Dino Tail.
What's sad is triple kick still did more damage.
Triple kick still does more damage.
But I maintain Ayla is the strongest magician in the entire game because she's the only one summoning dinosaurs through 65 million years of time.
A fire Dino Tail. That would be something.
That might run into problems like for cruelty to animals.
Yeah, lighting a dinosaur on fire. I mean, all we're doing for the rest of the game is killing them.
But that killing animals raises money for charity. We do see Proccy getting a menu glitch. This is one of the few glitches that's allowed. If you press X on certain frames in between boss fights, you are able to access your menu, change your equipment, use items, use text to heal up, which means the fact you're at 1 HP and maybe used up all your mana doesn't matter as much anymore.
I'm betting we're going to be seeing similar things, just antipode 3s and triple kicks right here to finish off the this, and it'll be gone. It'll be dead before I get the chance to do anything.
Yeah, in theory, as you attack the memory machine, its defense goes up, its attack goes up, and it supposedly becomes more dangerous. And if it ever gets an attack off, yeah, it probably will kill you. But it's not going to ever get an attack. She waited. Proccy waited to do Blaze Kick and Antipode 3 instead of just using a triple kick. Well, that was quick and done.
Uh-oh, C3 Byron is bringing out one of my greatest shames, in that I've never beaten Ocarina of Time. So I have no reference for that. In fact, I haven't played through many of the Zelda games. Like, I've played a ton of Link to the Past. I've done the Link to the Past randomizer. I did not bring up Ocarina of Time. CP Byron asked a question, and how could I, a noble commentator, not acknowledge it?
Alright, so it looks like Proccy's going to have Blaze Kicks and Haste going off early, because Haste here actually is useful. 3,000 damage return, so 4 turns to get the Halitation and another 3 turns for the kill, assuming that you don't have to stop and heal at any point.
Ooh, running a little bit too far down there, Artemis. You would have skipped that alien fight if you didn't just take that one extra step down.
But just runs away and it's fine.
Ooh, Link's Awakening. That's also a really good Zelda. I played that one so much as a kid.
Yeah, I did too.
I have the Switch version of it as well.
Link's Awakening was the first Zelda game I beat.
I used to get stuck on the second dungeon. Like, I'd get the Bow Wow, and then I'd do that dungeon, and then I could never figure out how to get to the third one as a kid. So I would always just do the first 2 dungeons and then start a new file.
What was hilarious for me is I was in 4th grade when Link's Awakening came out. I played it, was talking about it with some friends. My teacher overheard us talking about it and was having trouble with the game, and we would call each other to work on the game. Not schoolwork, not homework. I was helping my school teacher beat a video game.
Terminus, you are right. We are not out of things to talk about with Chrono Trigger. We are seeing the halation, which is the signifier that we are at the halfway point of the Zeal 2 fight. He's throwing that Mega Elixir up right away just to continue the damage. Says,
and he's
you know what?
Not going to even wait for the MP Buster.
It's all good. He's gonna come close to finishing it before the MP Buster comes out. Marl's just gonna throw Hyper Ether on whoever gets it right here.
She
And
might
it's
not
on
even do
Marl.
that. She may just sit there.
Yeah, who cares?
It's like Marl needs to do nothing. I mean, you can have her auto attack for the laughs, I guess.
And this is one of those situations where we talked about how the fight is just free because you have black males on, you absorb the shadows. You have white males on, you absorb the lightning damage. If you have like mermaid caps, you have the water damage that comes from whatever it's called. What's that spell called? I can't think of it right now.
Mist.
Hexagon Mist.
Oh,
Yeah.
Procky was trying so hard. He wants to end it with a wonder shot.
Oh, he's going for it. He wants the style points on it.
That's two shots under 50.
424? Oh. He wants the wonder shot finish. I admire that. In the middle of a race, he has no idea. He says, I'm going for it.
826?
No, not there.
Oh, Hexagon Mist is going to come out now.
It's going to do about 300 damage, 400 damage per character. 600 on Luca. Out. Oh my gosh.
And Marl doesn't have the mana to revive. Oh no. Just triple kick now. He's gonna life tomb Luca and still go for the wonder shot.
He wants the wonder shot finish. What a man of integrity.
I mean, if a laser came out or something.
Uh-oh, dark gear. Oh wait.
Does Marl have blackmail?
I think Marl's dead.
If that had come out half a second sooner, Life 2 doesn't go off. And then Luca and Marl are both dead.
Ooh, he's playing with fire. I love it.
208! Oh, another Hexagon Mist! Oh no!
Oh no, Brocky!
Oh no!
Oh, Brocky!
Ayla, I think, survives.
Ayla survives.
Does he triple kick to win? Okay, there it is.
He tried so hard.
He tried so hard for the meme.
Oh, mad respect for it.
And Procky's official time, 1 hour, 55 minutes, 57 seconds. As Procky tried to finish in style.
He'll be able to join us in a minute. Looks like he's jumping in for an interview right now. Procky, GG on the win. You had us scared at the end there, though.
Yeah, how scared were you during that second Hexagon Mist?
Well, we're having some mic issues. Looks like he's muted at the moment.
Oh, there we go. Taco.
There.
Thank you. And Corinth. Yes. Was I scared? Not so much. I knew I would survive, but I really wanted to get that wonder shot kill in.
Yeah.
We were all hoping for the big crit, but we saw a 43 in there and a 200, and it just wasn't wanting to happen.
It really trolled me. Yeah, it really trolled me.
Speaking of getting trolled, though, we saw maybe the most unsatisfying series of events that you could possibly have, with the Reptite Lair leading to Prism, leading to Toma's Pop, leading to the tools. How did you feel after completing that sequence of events to only come out of it with tools?
You know, like a chump.
I was very impressed that you were dedicating yourself to. It was like, no, I'm just going to follow the chain, follow the chain, follow the chain, only to have that terrible reward.
You know, sometimes you get a funny feeling that you're going to find what you want, and I thought it could have been Clone, which luckily I found shortly afterwards. But yeah, didn't go my way, but I did it fast enough. It didn't seem to matter much.
Yeah, you were able to get through it, and Artemis is actually nipping at your heels. He's also in Black Omen. He's gotten through the Giga Mutant. He's on Terra Mutant right now, so he's been within 10 minutes of you on here. And had you, it was that sequence. He did not go through the sequences like you did for the tools. That really is what made this a very close race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was as far as seeds go, it has a lot of potential for like a lot of quickness jets, let's say. But yeah, didn't hit quite the right sequence of key items, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling when you see a prism shard and you started off the seed with Marl and you're saying, this has got to lead me down the path to the correct place to go. I in my head, I was thinking I would have made the exact same play and gotten the exact same sadness.
I swear sometimes you get a couple of seeds or one seed in your life where, and this happened to me, it was both go modes were at prism shard. So like prism shard had clone and the moonstone had ruby knife or whatever. And ever since then I'm like, ooh, the prism shard's a hot item to check. But it really isn't. If you look at the actual data instead of going by your feelings, you maybe you wouldn't go there quite so often.
No, I'm all for the Sith, and you trust your feelings, and you go with your feelings on it. Let them rage.
Well, I let it rage, and it ended up paying off a little because it was easy enough to take out Yakra 13. I picked up some good stuff from chests. Like I think I got red mail and black mail in there.
I had a couple of red mails that made the sun fight a lot easier and quicker than Artemis's.
Yeah, and the sun fight was a little scary because I had very slow speed. Didn't have Ayla or Chrono at that point, so.
And we saw that there was the new shop in the new room was extremely generous, and the entire seed was generous with elixirs. At one point, you had 9 elixirs and 2 mega elixirs without having to have had purchased any of them.
Yes, and I didn't use a single elixir. And I used one on Elder Lavos spawn here, which was a good call.
It was a close fight at the end of that. You almost lost a few of the characters.
Yeah, I didn't keep up on my healing because I thought Blaze Kick would maybe kill him fast enough, but it just didn't do that. So, yeah, that was almost a wipe.
And back to that new room, we found that Wonder Shot. The new shop had the rainbow, which is always, it feels bad knowing that he was locked behind the Masamune and moon armors, but you didn't have any, so it was all these amazing items, and it just did not fit your party.
Didn't fit the party, no, but it did allow me to splurge on consumables, which I actually never used. So, I don't know.
It's nice to know that you have those consumables in case you want them.
For sure. And, I was hoping for a bit more. It was funny, early in the seed, I was grinding Reptite, and like they were dropping Mega Blasts, and I was like, yay, gold! But I never really got to spend that gold on anything that useful.
Yeah, we saw the Mega Blast drops, and we saw the Magic Seal drops that were like, oh man, if nothing else, this is just crazy amounts of gold. And you didn't really have a need for gold this seed.
Didn't have to sell much to get what I had available to me, yeah.
All right, well, we are seeing Artemis has gotten really good use out of this Green Dream. I've seen Marl revive at least 3 separate times now because of it, so he is effectively utilizing that to just tank the damage and go through. But GG's to you, Proccy. I think we're going to be able to just finish this out and see exactly how close it is, because you guys are both ending with pretty fast times. You got a sub 2, and I imagine that Artemis could finish within the next 10 minutes. So, very fast.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks, guys, for stepping in and commentating, and X-Ralphs for tracking, and I appreciate every single one of you.
Always a pleasure.
Also, the viewers.
And we just have had a couple of raids come in. Welcome to everyone coming from SpeedGaming 4 and SpeedGaming 5. You're catching the end of the Jets of Time run.
We've just seen a win from Proccy. He finished with 156 or 155.47, I think was the official time. And Artemis is about to be entering into the final fight for the seed.
Yeah, we've got one small. He's got the panels down, so you've got Zeal 1, Mammoth Machine, Zeal 2. I think even with the lower speed, Artemis will have enough damage to do the double halitation on Zeal. So hopefully we won't see anything too dangerous there.
We see the mermaid cap and the blue mail on, which is not your best thing to do because you're having your healing. If you have a blue mail, switch that mermaid cap to something else, or use different armor. But don't stack them. There you go. He saw through the lies of the Jedi, and he switched it around.
So the trick with Zeal 1 is if you are a slower team and you get hit with the halitation and you can't get 5,000 damage in a single cycle, Zeal can party wipe you. Because one of our other attacks it's like AoE physical damage to 3 people. That's very reminiscent of Fleed. Sorry. Fleed.
Fleed.
Fleed. I don't even know where I was.
Get fleed. Get fleed.
Never mind. Antipode 3 does 4,600 damage. We're fine.
Yeah, he's got that prism specs that he found at Aristome.
Yeah. No, he's good.
Let's see if Artemis is going to get the menu glitch. He is not. He's going straight for it. He'll be all right, though.
Yeah, the nice thing is you actually have enough time in this fight that you could still heal and then do the damage before he'll get an attack off.
There's that heal beam. Doing just a little bit more than a Lapis.
I was going to say, it's slightly better than Lapis. Use one of the 3 Mega Elixirs. Okay, that's enough healing.
There we go.
Time for some overkill.
He'll be just fine. If I was Artemis, knowing the amount of Mega Elixirs I'd have, I'm going to start off this fight straight away with an Antipode 3. I'm just hitting everything, and I'll throw a Mega Elixir on right after it.
You've got a few, so Mega Elixir will only, or the counter attacks from using Antipode 3 will only hit the player or the character who started the attack, meaning whichever one you use to actually click on Antipode 3. So even regular elixirs would, in theory, keep you up and running.
I've had seeds where I've used Frog Flare. I think I used 3 or 4 Frog Flares on this, and I just won the whole beat seal that way, because I had an insane amount of Mega Elixirs.
Well, that's awesome.
Antipode 3 for
As I was saying, if you know you're going to use a Mega Elixir, drop Antipode 3 first.
Exactly.
But instead, we're going to get Robo Fire Tackles, which will do probably about 4,000 damage, 3,000 damage.
3,200.
That's not bad. It will take 4 turns to trigger the first halitation.
Yeah, I think he's doing the same amount of damage as Blaze Kick was going. And the only reason it's keeping up, because Fire Tackle is not as strong as Blaze Kick, but that Prism Specs is doing work.
On the plus side, Fire Tackle is a lot more MP friendly. so you can afford not to use a stud.
Yeah, I think it's only 8 and 6.
Yeah, it's cheap.
And there's the dark
Ooh,
gear.
Marl probably isn't surviving unless she has a blackmail on.
Oh, nope, she's all right.
Wow. She does have the auto barrier, I'm guessing, from a prism dress. So
Yeah, we have Prism Dress and we have Robo Ribbon on, so...
yeah, the auto barriers are nice.
Gonna get
Opportunity to use
boost.
the Lapis. I think I saw only one Mega Elixir left, so I guess he's saving that for the Halitation.
Yeah, waiting for Halation to just make sure that it's getting through. He's got 2 blue mails on, so this is gonna be all right.
Blue Mail's
Morrow might be dead. Morrow might be dead, though.
I stand corrected. Is it after the Halitation it loses the water element and becomes physical?
No, it's still water. It's like water physical or something weird in the programming that like the barriers don't affect it the correct way and shield was. I don't know, but it's still considered water
I knew
damage.
barriers effectively stopped working after the Halitation, but I thought for some reason that it was not.
No, it's
not
not.
water.
I don't remember the exact thing. It is coded as like physical damage at some point or something, but the point that Core is bringing up is that after in the Zeal 2 fight, after Zeal casts Halation for the second to trigger the second phase, as we're seeing it right now, having barrier or shields does absolutely nothing. Halation says you also don't get to have damage reduction. You take the full brunt of it.
Even though the barrier stays up, it just ignores it because
It'll just completely ignore it. You still get the other effects, though. Like, you can still absorb the elements. You just can't reduce the damage. And we're going to be seeing... Let's see. We're at Halation. This is this one.
I think one more will do it.
We did 4. I think we got 2 more. I think we have 2 more fire tackles to finish this off. Because we said it was 4 to trigger it, and then it would be 3 more at 3,000 to get over 20,000 damage. So I think we got 2 more to go. And then the seed will be over completely, and the race will be over.
We did get a Wonder Shot in there. I didn't see how much. I think it was like 800 damage Wonder Shot. So.
I must have missed the Wonder Shot, so there is a chance this is it. There it is.
It. And it drops the Sun Shades. I missed that earlier, but GG to Artemis. Finishing off, that's going to be a official time, 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 55 seconds. As we get our second run done.
And we'll get Artemis in here as soon as he can, as if to join us for an interview. But that was a very close race. Made up a lot of ground by not doing that extra sequence of events that leads to tools. So that was good for him.
Yeah. All in all, that's a fairly close race. In the scheme of things, it may seem like, 15, 20 minutes is quite a bit, but that's actually a pretty close time and easily within the realm of one mistake changing the entire race.
And there he is joining us right now. GG, Artemis.
GG.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was a pretty close. There were some points that you guys were basically entering Death Peak at the exact same time. It was just coming down to skips and party choices and things like that. You guys went into it with slightly different parties, and but overall, you guys were going into Final Dungeon at the exact same time.
Yeah, I was worried if we were next to each other like that my skips in Black Omen aren't very good. I was trying to skip what I could, but I also needed levels because I was going in super low levels. So yeah, I was worried about that. I was hoping that he hadn't found the pendant, and I was a little bit ahead. So that was what I was counting on.
There were some times that you were definitely the first one to find the pendant, and Proccy had actually done a long chain that had led to tools. So,
Oh, okay.
so you made up quite a bit of time by not having to do those things and get into Black Omen. As I'm stumbling horribly over my words right now. I apologize.
Death's Peak.
Yes, Death's Peak. That's what I was trying to say. Core, why don't you ask some questions so that it doesn't just sound like me mumbling?
No, so as you were going through, you did the Eris Dome fight, then went back and did Retinite, then came back and did Son of Sun. Was there something that was preventing you from doing the Son of Sun fight earlier?
I only had a ruby vest. That's all I had. Yeah. Not enough fire protection. I was a little worried about going into that. I had good heals, but I didn't want to go into that fight and then wipe or just take forever to try and kill it. So I was like, let me go check prehistory, and then I happened to find a red mail there. Nothing good on the key item, but I found a red mail and I was like, okay, well, we're good to go for Son of Sun now. So
yeah, we were just really concerned because that was what started the long trail of checks for Procky, because it went from prehistory and Reptite Lair to the Prism Shard to Genodome, or not
No,
Genodome, to
Thomas
Giant's Claw. Yeah, Giant's Claw
okay.
tools, and it was like, oh no, don't start that chain. Go back, please go back.
no, once I saw the red mail, I'm like, I'm doing Son of Sun next. I just needed something to protect me.
Yeah, it definitely made a huge difference there because you were so close to entering a rabbit hole to nothing.
Yeah, well, there's always at least one of those in Jets of Time I've found. So, yeah, I tend to not chase chains, but sometimes that can be a bad thing too. I tend to just do any checks that I can knock out before going down a chain. That's usually how I approach it.
Yeah, sometimes it's all just in your gut and saying this is the right thing to do, or saying no, this is going to be the play that wins the whole seed. We've seen that before, where it's just I feel like this is the right play to go. It doesn't seem logical, but this feels right, and it can be the difference maker. And not following that chain was a difference maker for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the only thing that slowed me down was Black Omen, which I mean I knew Black Omen. My Black Omen isn't super strong. I knew that. And at the same time, I was worried about levels because until I got through Black Omen, I was also worried about not having protection because all the blue males were hiding in Black Omen. So I was really worried about Zeal 2. And that was in the back of my mind. So I was trying to level as I was doing Black Omen, and then that inevitably slowed me down. But then I ended up finding all the armor I needed, so it really wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, your Black Omen was slower than Procky's, and that was unfortunately one of the final kind of difference maker in it because you both did enter it so close to the same time. But this was still 2 hours 11 minutes, still a very good time for a run.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with how that run went. So yeah, it was really good. Did Procky find the prism specs?
He did not. He did not go into Aristome. His first stop in future was Genodome, or not Geno, Son of Sun to get him into go mode.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And that room with the prism specs, though, was it prism specs, mega elixir, 2 regular elixirs?
Yeah,
I think that's the most loaded room I have ever seen.
Yeah, I was just like, holy cow, okay. I did anyone else see the weird glitch I got when I was on Death Peak?
You mean where Robo learned a bunch of question marks in Luminaire?
Yeah. I was like, what? I've never seen that before.
I had never seen that before either.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was really
I admittedly was hoping that somehow Robo's like shock animation would all of a sudden become Luminaire because it got overwritten by the code that puts Robo in Magus's palace.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. That was really strange. And then I got really worried about my game crashing shortly after that, or shortly before going into Black Omen, when I was doing my shopping trip to get some mid-ethers and stuff. I stalled at the door when I activated a door to a market before the music kicked in way too soon. And then after that, after I'd saved, then going to the Black Omen, I don't know if you saw that, but my frame rate in the game dropped to like 10 frames per second. It was really weird. I was starting to worry that the game was going to crash on me after all that weird stuff I had seen. So
yeah,
thankfully it didn't.
It's always scary.
Especially, these old games are just run on hopes and dreams. So
yeah, they really are. They're stitched together, and they will do whatever you ask them to do without question, which can be bad or good.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that will be your exit from our tournament. You went out in a very respectable race against Procky. Congratulations on making it this far into it. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. We see you in the future ones.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I definitely would do it again. It was a good time, and I really like this randomizer. So yeah, I'll probably be back if we do another one.
And I'm sure that we will be. With that, we are going to be able to conclude our run here on Speed Gaming. Thank you to Core, who joined me for commentary, for Ralph doing the tracking, to Artemis and Procky for doing the runs, GG on their times. Thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting. Make sure you give everybody, all the runners, commentary, tracking, everybody a follow. Come join us on our Discord so that you can join in on the fun if you haven't played before. Maybe roll a casual seed. We have a lot of new stuff on the way, and there's plenty more tournament to be had. So we hope to see you guys tune in for the next one.
Yeah, big thanks to Speed Gaming as well for hosting our tournament and doing all of the restreaming for us. It's a big thanks to those guys for helping us get this out there in front of all of you, for you all to see a awesome new randomizer.
All right, take care, everybody.
Hope you all have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.